We're back.
We are back.
Woohoo. We are back, and it's been a while.
It has almost 4 months.
Yeah, we didn't take any family trips this summer because that Disney cruise, woof, you know it ate up at that budget. Happy Christmas. Oh, wait.
Merry birthday.
Anyway, we did have a lot going on this summer, which is why we decided to take a little break from recording videos so that we could focus on each other.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll take this video as an opportunity to tell you about the things that we actually did during the summer.
We had a lot going on, y'all.
And here we go. The Rock Church Marriage Getaway.
Whoop, whoop.
2019. So
it was our very first weekend marriage retreat getaway, whatever.
More than just, going to a conference for the day and then going back home. Like we actually, we went there a day early.
Yes, we did. So we spent a total of 4 days?
Yeah.
4 days away. So that was a really nice break for us. Your parents flew out, right?
Yep.
His parents flew out. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Thank you.
Watched the kiddos for us, and we got to have that little retreat getaway. It was so needed, and it was awesome.
Yeah, and we were there with my brother and Yvonne.
And we actually met up with his brother and sister's small group friends. So, yeah, it was our first time having a marriage getaway, the first time being able to do that with family, and then we got to hang out with friends as well.
So overall, it was a good trip. It was a good getaway. There's a lot of good messages. I would say there was nothing
new that we learned,
nothing
but
crazy.
It was a good refresher.
It was a good refresher, and I guess affirmation of
good confirmation as to what God has already been stirring in our hearts. It's definitely a good refresher for what we already know and God has been putting in our hearts. But it was nice to be really intentional about hearing those messages and then just talking about them again.
What was your highlight?
For me, my highlight was definitely when we washed each other's feet. I didn't realize just how intimate of an act it is to wash your spouse's feet until we started doing it, and I was like crying like a baby. Like what they told us to do was to, while we wash our partner's feet, to ask them for forgiveness and
tell your partner why you love them or what you're thankful for.
Oh yeah, it was really powerful. Wow, that was definitely a big highlight for me.
And this was Palm Springs, and it's the desert, so I think there was a lot of like dust and sand in the air because it was really, it was getting
in your eye,
getting in my eye, and that picture that they took, it was a bad angle. I think it was a bad angle.
Caught him at a bad moment. It was just
just trying to. Oh man, I'm feeling it just thinking about it now. So much dust.
How about for you? What was something that stood out to you?
Oh man, the guys over there would understand when I say testosterone and increasing that. So look it up. Number 2, summer mission trip. Our friends Mark and Christine, who lived in Mexico, they came up to visit us in July, and because my parents were still in town after the marriage getaway, we figured it was a good opportunity for Clarissa and our oldest daughter Nani to go down to Mexico and visit them and participate in the VBS and see the orphanage. And
originally I wanted to bring both my oldest girls, but my second youngest, she got sick and her ankle started swelling up, so she ended up having to unfortunately stay back, but I was able to go with my oldest. Or our oldest.
Same.
It was definitely a life-changing experience, and I think God just like really stirred something in my heart out of that experience. It was awesome. We got to help out with their VBS, and that's actually how we met this couple, was at the very first VBS we were in Washington. So it's kind of really cool to see it come full circle and just hang out with these kids that were so precious, and it was a great opportunity to practice my Spanish, which I am really bad at. No bueno.
Un chiquito.
Number 3. Wow. Matthew went on his very first ever men's retreat. What'd you think of it, babe? What stood out to you?
Man. Oh, it was awesome. Again, through American Warrior Association, who we met at the marriage conference, the EXO marriage conference.
That's
in the
right.
beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Really connected with Dandy. And then he called me, and we decided that I should go to this. And
as soon as I heard an opportunity for Matthew to be able to get away with other men that love God, and there was no way I was gonna let him pass that opportunity.
Yeah. So I went to the mountains in Colorado. Went with three other guys that joined the program, and we just had an opportunity to really connect with each other, as well as get some alone time with God. From Psalm, it says, "Be still and know that I am God," and that was a big theme for that weekend, or for that week. And
so, what was something that God really stirred in your heart that weekend?
So, one of the things that God revealed to me was that I really did need to take a look at my priorities. I knew that I want to put God first, and then Clarissa, and then the kids, and family, friends, and work. But the reality is that work took up a lot of my time, a lot of my thoughts and energy, and I'd come home exhausted and spend whatever energy I had left on the kids, and then the leftovers was with Clarissa. So it was not good, for sure. But overall, it was just a great opportunity to get away from all the busyness and to find peace, to get out in nature, to do some awesome things. But one thing I do want to say is that really, I go there and I'm trying to seek God's voice and everything. But the reality is, when we do go back home into the city and the suburbs or whatever, into the busyness, that God is still there. So.
Yeah, we don't need to be alone in nature to have that quality time with God. It is a great opportunity, but it's not the only way you can have that real intentional connection with God.
Yeah.
So Matthew wrote about his experience in a blog. So proud of you, babe.
Yeah, that's right. So check it out. Is the link? We're going to put the link.
We'll put the link below.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm really proud of him. He shared, what God had put on his heart in there, and it was just really well written, and I see a future for Matthew writing blog posts. And the blog is located on our Women Soaring page. Number 4. So speaking of Matthew's blog, I am part of Women Soaring, and it's a group of us ladies who just have a passion for speaking to and encouraging women that are either in the military themselves or married to someone in the military or first responders, anyone in that kind of lifestyle. And we started a web page where we have blogs that we write every week, and we just had our very first annual online women's conference, and that this whole summer was really just preparing for it, leading up to it, and then getting it kicked off. And I did the video editing. I was a speaker for it, and it was really exciting. And I just never, I shouldn't say I never, because God kind of put this vision in my heart 2 years ago that I would be speaking in front of women and having some sort of women's ministry. And now I'm seeing it come into fruition. So it was, just really amazing to see what God has done in the last 2.5 years that we've been here. So that was only our first annual conference. Next year, we will have our very first physical conference in, I believe, Phoenix, Arizona. And then every fall, we plan on hosting another online conference. So keep an eye out for that. I'll also add a link for that below. You should check out our blogs. They're always encouraging, always spirit-led. And we just really love encouraging women.
I'm pretty proud of you for doing that.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Every time you're allowing God to use you, and He puts a message in your heart, and you're able to put it in a blog or in the video. So it's pretty good. It's amazing.
Thanks, babe.
I'm excited for you as well.
Okay, we were leading a small group at our church. Actually, for like a year and a half, we were leading that small group. We decided to step down from that role after much prayer and hesitation.
Yeah.
But here's why.
At our church, there was an opportunity for us to attend a doctrine class, basic doctrine, and this falls in line with our vision, with our mission, to
Be in ministry,
know more about the Bible and what the truth is, and so over the summer, with my men's retreat and learning about priorities, or really thinking about the priorities, I felt that we had to, in order to attend this class, we needed to take something out from our week.
Looking at the end of the year and seeing just how much we have on our plates already, we really want to be intentional about being good stewards of our time, and what is our deepest core value. It's our faith, it's our marriage, and it's our relationship with our children. So that always has to come first. And we want to make sure that we're doing right with the time that we have in each of those areas. And if other things that are good are taking away from the quality of our time together, then we need to make changes and reevaluate. And then over time, get back into it.
Yep. We'll be back. Just like this video.
Yeah.
But with all that said, I really do feel that there are big changes coming in our lives, and
Stay tuned to hear more, because we need to hear more.
Yeah.
We don't even know what's going on, but we do feel the winds of change coming, and we know that every step of the way that God is preparing us for the next step, and it's going to require a lot of faith on our part to move when God calls us to. We'll be sharing all that with you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.